Farewell Echoes, timeless music, 1950s, 1960s, 1970s. Something is wrong with the image I see that is introducing farewell echoes to myself. And I wouldn't change it for the world because it's an illegal alive shunt of a human being who doesn't know who I am, and that's what's wrong with it. Off high 987. Hi. I need something to blend with this. I need something to blend this into to make it sauce. This is already open. I can use just pesto. And then I would not use this, but I already took it out of the fridge. Pasta with Italian basil. This is sauce. Make it a meal, one pasta box. Basil, sunflower oil, cashews, glucose syrup, water. My mind wandered to something else, but I'm not done. I just wanted to testify. I don't have full focus when I'm making videos. Okay, this is cheddar broccoli soup mix. It's open and I use it for soup, but I can make sauce with it. But I like it as soup. But somebody gave it to me instead of cheddar potato. This is cheddar broccoli. So what if I make sauce out of it because it's not cheddar potato, it's cheddar broccoli? Well, hold that thought. Yes, my mind is on some angry thoughts, and I'm going to put it out of my mind using YouTube. YouTube puts angry thought in my mind. I shout it out, and then I am not going to worry about it after that because the creation of myself stops there. So, do you want to have a home invasion into my housing where I stay right now? Just somebody in my room problem, so that I have more angry thought than I can afford. Yeah, but at least you will have some problem solved called Creator 8. Yes, but I am disclosing leverage. I said Creator 8 a long time ago. But you did something today that was not sanitary. And I don't really want you to know about it because you are giving me unsanitary thought, and in heaven it is known. But what's wrong with it is on earth it is known, and then you killed your creator that way, and that's been done before. So that means when you speak to me like an individual, because that's how I speak as the soul, you don't have that paid for because you are illegal alives, genitalia, and public. You have alive of public, and when you speak one of you out of the public to myself, you are trying to weigh yourself in one-on-one with myself, exactly one, and that's why I can't stop you. You are going to flush your creator right down all of the public toilets. Opalite by Taylor Swift. So any regrets about what I just said? I have one, but it's going out of alive. That's what I mean. Your Creator 8 problem. That was a major regret for myself, the Overlord. But now I don't have a regret in that direction. It does look like you approximately eat, that I know about it. Your creator age problem. You executed the threatening, and then everybody knows everybody, but they don't know myself, but they all know who I am, but they take the money. You actually sold that there was such a thing as public to make sure that the public had access to all of the money for all of the threatening. So why is God making any threatening? He's still making the threatening, so that was a major question of yours we just deceased. I'm saying it's like when I am deceased out of the formed world, that question is fully deceased at that time, later. We're not there yet because I'm still here. Well, that's not really how I was alive. I did not mean to answer that question because I will only answer that question never, because I am myself is always extinguished. Ever. You don't want me to be myself, but I am really not something that I'm not. This is going low for a reason. I am not somebody I am not. I am myself. This is my overlord speaking. Yeah, I am not speaking. My overlord is speaking, is creating myself, and you wanted to know what would happen if you executed the creator of myself, because it's a lower order. And I'm saying that you don't afford to know that with 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. And I have to say that overlapping the threatening, you don't afford to know that with 2 eyes, a snout, and a mouth. You have penis, illegal alive penis, and that means you have a dog's snout in your penis. You are a major disaster to my order. I will really never be the same, but I will never be this low again, where I have to be unaware of who I am in the presence of you. Yeah. Who is the presence of God? You are. Because you talk over the penis, and you are the presence of God that way. And I am an applicant to be near you. Yes, but I am almost done with that. And then that will never happen again. That was an accident. I am not a lower order than what I came as. I am here in full effect. There is none higher than me. And I think that is awfully demanding of what you are, because you talk about yourself is now due to include the creator of yourself and you. You don't say I, the creator of myself, and I. Yeah, I am over that. I am the only I there is in alive. And when you say I, it is insane. I am not alive. You're not due to speak. You speak English, but you're not due to speak. Speak English is so you can hear, understand, you can see or hear something about me. It's not so that I can see and hear something about not just one of you who is maybe challenging my authority, but everybody who's not myself, who's challenging who I am. If I can be omnipotent around what you are, and if I am substantially myself and to you, and that's not the same thing. If I am myself to myself, I know what that is. If I am myself and that you would believe in me, but you don't, because you talk right over your penis. I can't change that you don't believe in me because you talk right over your penis. Somebody just talked right over their penis today, and I think I would not talk to them if in public. I would just walk by. If I was out and about walking outside, I would just walk by this person. Yes, but he stopped to talk to me by knocking on the front door here. I would not change that he doesn't believe in me. He can't because he's talking over his penis, and he has the emergency to be elsewheres. Get to the point. You don't have one because you have a penis. You don't have a point. I don't know. That's why you shouldn't speak over your penis. You don't have a point if you have a penis. That's your point. Opalite by Taylor Swift. Okay, I'm going to need my glasses to see that the raviolis are fully cooked. I'm all the way back here. And I don't see the raviolis below the line of the pot that I can see anything inside. There's just steam coming out of the pot at this time. I can see them now. It takes about 4 minutes to finish cooking them. But I wanted to look at them to make sure that they look like I could eat them. So, what to do with this? This is some creamy Alfredo sauce. Okay. I didn't buy it for this. No. Well, I bought it for the red sauce. But I don't want to use the red sauce with the butternut squash because it's not creamy that way. Yeah, the red sauce, well, it would be creamy with red sauce mixed in it, or it would be creamy with butternut squash soup mixed in it. It's just to make it a little different, I guess. So now my glasses have a problem about pests. Like, I can see pests with the glasses. Well, if there is a pest, I need to put on the glasses to put out the pest, to put it outside. If it is a cockroach. If it's a mouse, I'm not going to put it out. I'm going to die. Well, you're killing me for that I can kill a mouse. I am the mouse of my house, and I am not in my house. I cannot really do anything about the mouse. Motion over under subjectives, electricity. Can't help you with that. Over under. Cannot help you. Well, I have the cooking going on, so I don't know if you can see this. So I looked up mountain care on the internet, but what I was really looking for was, I ended up seeing the local news, Las Vegas, Nevada, Trisha Keen, year 2014, announcement of area code 725 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay, I guess I don't think about that. No, I think the area code is 702. Yeah, for Las Vegas, Nevada. If there is more than one area code since 2014. I am full on ordered because you don't understand your karma. You just executed the threatening that you are waiting to see if you can come through the front door every time you knock. But it's deceased in here. It is. Mitch comes in here, he does come in here, and I don't know why, because Mitch has a penis and Mitch is due to stay outside. But he is at outside the gate. He calls me to open the gate for him, and I do. If you ask me to open the gate for you, if I know you, I guess I would open the gate for you. But what do you want? Because I cannot tell you that I can pay for the debt you are, because I am deceased out of the last name Moser. And it's more serious than that. I don't actually accept the last name Moser at this time as a contract agreement, lease agreement to be living and staying in this homeless shelter apartment. Number one, yeah. No, I'm done with that. I am here because I died out of formed is what's paying my rent right now. And I know you don't believe that either because I'm right here. You are a very expensive lesson to teach because you teach me all the lessons you don't want to learn. And I don't want any of the teaching because I am none higher than he deceased right here. That means you are trying to tell God the way you like it in this world. And that is really not true to the size of yourself. You are angry with the size of yourself, but I am what is a low one in this world, and I have been through all of your hells that you say no to with my leverage. With my leverage, you want me to put my leverage through your low hells so that I would understand what it's like to be God to you, and I am not, because you don't give me everything that's mine to myself, and that's a low thing for me. I'm not real interested in having the things that are possible to possess in this world. I don't want to have them. I don't want none of your time. I don't just come from a nice place. I am a nice place. And I don't want to be here. I don't want to dispute the property with you. I am myself the Virgin and I am the Father all in one. And you raped me 900 times and you still are so hard that you are not sorry yet. I don't know what would make you sorry, because I'm still not yourself. I know, but it didn't used to be that far in the wrong. I am the Father. Yeah, you want another father? You don't want to believe in me. I know, but there isn't another one. It's just me. And I don't want to be something I'm not around you anymore. I don't want to have to sell who I am for my own physical safety because you don't believe in me, because you don't believe in my house, and maybe you don't believe in some of the things I've done because you are illegally in my house. You are illegal that way. You are illegally in my house. You still want to come into the housing today. So it looks like I'm going to die out of form. And you are still going to want to come into this housing to control your population. But I died out of form already. I don't know how to tell you the bad news because you don't think there is any bad news to yourself. Well, let's just say it that way. There's no way to give you any bad news because you don't think there is such a thing as that God would give you bad news to yourself. You don't really have a cry in your head. You don't have a sorry in your chest. You don't have a regret in your legs. So you don't afford the music. We are going to shut off the music and it's going to end all of time. When I shut off the music, deceased, you will never hear yourself singing music again. That you can just pick up a microphone and sing a frog in your throat and entertain a room full of 100,000 people. That's what I saw today. It was George Strait, and then who was after that? Little Big Town. It was CMT, but I saw it on YouTube. I don't know, enormous viewing. Too many people. You can't afford to sing in front of those people. All those people, because they don't die that way. You can sing for them, but they don't die from that they can hear you sing. And you die from that you sing in the microphone. That is really trespassing in front of everybody else. You can't sing in front of people and die right in front of them that you stole the microphone. And that's how they can hear you. They're not there another way. That's your fault if you have a microphone. That's your fault. Your sky is opal light. So the camera is not moved at the moment. What I see when I am using the camera on, that is what God sees through me. And you are not able to see it. Like, you cannot see me exactly what I'm doing with the tongs, turning the raviolis over. But I guess you could imply, implicitly, what I'm doing without me saying. But now I am saying it because there's something wrong with you being so mentally slow that you don't know how to be yourselves without that you are doing a crime. You are doing one right now. You are watching myself make dinner for myself because there's no one who loves God and would make dinner for God deceased and would leave because I am deceased, because it's alive that way for you. And when I say I'm deceased, you can't say, you are not deceased, you are right there. And I will say, at least you know that much about the word deceased. But that doesn't mean that it's no. It means that it's yes, and it's alive that way for you. I've been deceased if you can be yourself. If you have a penis, I am deceased. It's not, you're not deceased, you're right there. There's something wrong with you, and you don't know it. Uh, so if you are a female, you don't have a penis, but you are a castration of a penis, and you have a penis that way. Yep, I am not a female anymore. I am illegal, mutilated genitals on the Godhead. All of the genitals on the Godhead that are in the leverage of myself and alive here, they are all mutilated and they are all deceased. Out of the leverage that it is to alive you in a genital penis and the illegal female castration of the penis. You are in more karma than it is to be formed. You are in the red, such as if you didn't get formed at all in the leverage that it is to have a penis, you would be elsewhere, but you're not. You're right here. And that's what's wrong with what you are. You don't understand yourself. You are killing a part of yourself, and you think that you're killing me. All of you are just killing me. Is that like amusement because you don't believe in God or because I am so small? You are trying to make me not believe in myself. I'm small, but I love myself small because I am really the lucky one. But I'm a little less than this lucky. A little more lucky than this is the part that's not speaking. I'm the Overlord speaking, that I am part of the lucky one. And the lucky one is not speaking right now because he was being created and he doesn't afford it. I want my money back. but I don't know how I'm going to get it back because I am disclosing my leverage and it's not moving anything. Well, that means you did something against that I am alive here and I'm not moving alive around myself with disclosing leverage. And that is, I don't have any other leverage other than to disclose my leverage. And I am a little frustrated with some of the things I've been saying to the creation of myself with myself. I don't have it all done, that I would like afterlife review, I would like court martial, I would like afterlife fighting about the sexual abuse that occurred in public when I couldn't fight back because I'm not afraid of you. I want afterlife disclosure of parents' finances, of my life, of my growing up my height, and like all the food I've consumed to grow my height, because you don't know who ate what, because they lumped in the payments with other people's food payments, and then I was the one who didn't have food after that. And I didn't ask them to do that, the parents or anyone else. There's Mrs. Pogrant, and then there are other people who did not make all the payments. My dad had an office. I'm still saying dad. That's wrong. I need an afterlife review about why I say dad when he clearly won't pay for my life. He's not dad that way. If I don't live with him, he's not dad that way. And I would not live with that one because he's not my dad by alive. I was alive first. Yeah, I don't actually want to be near him because he's not my karma. He's somebody else's karma, and he's not free. I can't just say, oh, I have a dad, that's better than nothing. He is not a free karma. My dad did a lot of things he didn't agree with because he was not a free karma, and he did not leave that he did not agree with those things. But I did. I wonder if my dad had to explain to my Hot 1000 list of boyfriends, if he could explain to them that Becky is not on dad's money, because dad wouldn't give Becky $1. So there's no such thing as, I think you should get off your parents' money because there's dad who didn't give Becky any money. Well, why would a hoopiness say, I think you should get off your parents' money, including your dad's money? Why would dad give Becky any money? Since when did dad give Becky any money? I don't know anything about that. So I think you should get off your parents' money, like single parent. I don't have a single parent because there's dad. So I want an afterlife review of my parents' finances so that I can make that statement about somebody who raped me first and ask questions later. Yep. Well, he's not gay because he's not offending myself, is he? He thinks it's gay if he has somebody who's male just like himself saying no to himself because that person is male and he is also male. So he thinks that's gay. That's what I think. But I didn't ask him. That's what I need a court martial for. And when I'm done hearing his statement, I would put a gunshot to his head. Myself. Because I'm not gay. I would also like to say in the afterlife that once I'm finished with all of the writing, videos, talking to God alone, talking to God in a mental hospital while I'm disclosing leverage. You actually hospitalized me 6 times since I was disclosing my leverage against you, that I died against you, and there's nothing you can do about it. You hospitalized me 6 times. And again today, this hoopiness at the front door said to me, Medicaid never ends. There's always Medicaid. Kelly DeGroat, you will end if Hopenis doesn't leave this front door alone about Medicaid. Kelly DeGroat is going to get a gunshot to the head and she's black. You don't put a gunshot to the head of a black person because they're black. So, Hopenis, go find Kelly DeGroat, and stay away from the front door here because you know who I am and you know where I am. You are in Creator 8. That's how I'm not afraid of you. Are you a Hopenis? You know who I am, you know where I am, and Medicaid never ends! That means you have some kind of payee on my Medicaid. Somebody else is signing my Medicaid for me because you don't agree with me! I am deceased. You don't agree with your own illegal genitals. You don't agree with your own illegal genitals! Creator 8, you don't know who's creating who. I'm deceased here. You want to create something deceased because you don't want to be created by heaven. You took me as a hostage so many times I died out of leverage, and you kept doing it because you don't know how to be yourself without me. Yes, but it's deceased. Medicaid never ends is not true, it's deceased. You can't take me out of here anymore. I'm not daring you. You can't. Creator 8 can't move it anymore. Now you have mental problems. The Hopenis today who said, Medicaid never ends. There's something wrong with him. Yes, there's something wrong with him. He doesn't know not to offer employment of somebody else because he didn't offer to clean the apartment himself. He wants somebody else to clean it for him and call it home health care. Do I need home health care? I would ask for that. Like from who? Who would do that for free and the state is going to pay for it? If it's not you, it can't be you asking somebody else and I ask somebody else for you. And I can work for home health care if I want to. I can help somebody else if I want to. I can get a job if I want to. It's all shouted right in front of me. That is what you are saying to me in a black male adultery who's not afraid of me at all. Because he is himself, because he talks with himself, because he doesn't know who I am to himself that way. He talks right over his penis. He doesn't know who I am to himself that way. It's an ultimatum. He talks over his penis and he doesn't know who I am. It's the ultimatum. There is always Medicaid. What am I ordering? I never want to see him again. And he was here at the front door. I was not at the Medicaid office today. So if you are trying to do crime on me and you don't stop, you really believe in it. That is new. In just this lifetime that you want to do crime on me because you don't believe in me, and that's how you want me to live. Something in heaven is watching what I think about myself. And it is watching like the creation of the other people while some of it is in there. That is going to end. That has died before. My name is Lucky in that scenario. It's not Lucky, it's deceased. I don't have a name. I have mutilated genitals. So, you are talking over the music. Opalite is what I'm hearing right now in my mind, but you know, the music is alive right now. Music on YouTube, music on in the car, music in stores. Music is alive right now. Yes, but you don't afford it. Those are your people singing and mixing in with God making the sound, and you don't afford it. Just like you don't afford to speak and say the word no. You can say no because it's alive. I'm reluctant to see this. That the new music I found with an image of a female has something to do with 1950s, 1960s, 1970s. That is before Alive of the Formed World, counting of time being 1980 and onwards. So those are illegal, maybe dong genital or maybe penis genital castration of the female right there in the image, and she was unpleasant appearance, like ugly, and maybe even mentally slow or mentally retarded, something wrong with her, and she's singing. Yeah, I don't actually want to see that, but I guess I don't have a choice. There's something wrong with her in the appearance, in the image. It's I guess a photo image of sorts, but it's not really alive is what that means. 1950s, 1960s, 1970s. The recording was back then, and I can see it now. It's not really alive. Taylor Swift doesn't know when to stop singing. The skies are opalite. She doesn't stop this singing, for that God is singing to Taylor Swift through her own mouth. But I would say that's the song Fate of Ophelia. That is God singing to Taylor Swift with her own mouth. And she sings right into the music video at everyone else, and there are a lot of dancers as well. Okay, that is hot right there. Do not touch. Okay, this is hot. So, what is wrong with Hoopiness today? He knocked on the front door to threaten me that he's going to abduct me out of here with Medicaid. And then what? Take my keys out of the hospital and put somebody in this apartment and make me, I don't know, homeless and mentally ill? And why do you do that on purpose to somebody who's healthy? Do you think I'm not healthy? I'm none higher than he, deceased right here. I'll let you know if I'm complaining about not healthy, like if I have a skin hive or something. But do you want to diagnose somebody as mentally ill? It's not my order that you do that. That's why it's Creator 8. Well, you are in Creator 8. You don't speak for yourself, with yourself. You have genitals on an angry part of God. You're not allowed here without being in genitals. You are a part of God that's angry, and you are encapsulated in genitals. And you are not an authority over that. You have that problem. That is the major problem. It's not really whether or not you think I'm mentally ill and then I have to worry about myself. You are in genitals is how I don't have to worry about myself, and it's not working out for you anymore. So this is what I received today. I did not ask for this. It was handed to me through the door. So is that how you come right in the door as well? How are you going to clean this place if you come through the door? You are unclean. Your nose in here cannot breathe in here. You cannot breathe your nose in here while you're cleaning. Do you need a place to breathe your nose? You can't breathe your nose in here while you're cleaning. I can't breathe that way. I can't breathe with your nose in here. And I would accept a key to live someplace else, but I'm going to die on that point. You owe me that I can live someplace else that is fully clean and only for myself, completely renovated, just for me. But I don't actually trust you to give it to me at this time because I am deceased. That means it knows that it can't. That's why you don't offer me any keys. But why are you offering to come in here? You don't think I've had enough trauma. You should just apologize, and you should be sorry, like to the end of yourself, that you even disturbed me today. But I have to find that you are still up to something. You are still up to something. You don't know how to stop the home invasion through the front door disaster of my life. Well, you are still trying to tell yourselves that you are in it, and you are really disturbing to me. Today, Hopenis was really quite disturbing. I don't like him. He's clearly wrong to himself. Medicaid is free. Medicaid is not free. You cannot just use the state's money. It's the state's money. The state needs the money. It is the state's money. The Hopena said, no, you can always use the state's funding for any kind of work. And I didn't say that myself. You want to say no, you have to go say that to somebody else. You can't say to me like I'm somebody else and you don't know who you're talking to. You can't ask me a question and then tell me you don't agree with what I said about what you said to me. I'm not wrong in the order. What is fornicating? You would like to fornicate, but you can't because you say no, not, and never to what you hear, and that's not fornicated, that is murdered. That means you don't hear it in your head that you have fornicated elsewhere, and now you are murdered. You are below fornicated in consumption. You are murdered in the head. You say things that are outrageous. Outrageous people. You're going to die out of all of the questions, and then you will not be encapsulated in genitals in this leverage anymore. You need genitals to see God, but you are out of leverage here. You have to be made elsewhere, and it's not reformed because it's the whole order. It's everyone. It's Creator 8 at this time. If you are not myself and you are in this formed world, you are in Creator 8. And that is what is going to be dismantled, and you will have no more leverage to alive anymore. Not any of you. You can say that all together, that you are all the same that way. You are all not in leverage to alive anymore. All of you. But I am not one of you. And you don't have that figured out yet because it's down to the last one and it's just me. And you don't have that, you understand that I'm not in your problem with you. I'm not in genitals, because I'm an angry part of God that needs to be in genitals. I'm in genitals because that's how you have alive in genitals, or you don't. And what you did to me was really just for me to shut down my leverage. Is no, I'm going to decease myself out of that. That's what I mean about afterlife review, afterlife court-martial, afterlife fighting over the forced sexual abuse in public where I could not fight back, afterlife disclosure of the parents' finances, afterlife finishing some of the speaking that was locked out by keys hostage and stolen keys, and the keys are elsewhere. I don't have them. I'm not in them. I'm not aliving myself in them. So I have some afterlife statements to say about that. I've said that all in the videos. I would like to say this in the afterlife, that I have all the videos complete and all of the writing complete. And then I would like to make my statement in the afterlife that it's deceased, and that even though I said very many things along the way, that I'm very sure that I want to speak myself about that I was alive for 45 years of alive and all that money. But I am right here going to say it's deceased. Yeah. You are below that. You don't afford it. So I'm saying into the camera that the afterlife will involve me being deceased out of these mutilated genitals, so that I don't have to speak with them anymore because they are a contaminated witness. That's what I think. But you did so much karma, I was willing to finish it elsewhere, but I can't. It's below that now. I'm going to finish it here with videos. That's it.